Now, this is going to be a controversial topic to discuss because I myself am a big Scarlett Johansson fan. Very intelligent woman, great actress, really great icon, is an actor also to young female actresses, young women. She's a real role model that I think that society needs. You know, she's very intelligent. But I've just watched this press conference and I'm really disappointed what she said. And it may be something that's come from Marvel. It's like being inbred into the realm of Marvel movies. And we saw it with Captain Marvel. So Captain Marvel was marketed as if it was the first female-led movie and a big role model and a big movement in feminism. And in this press conference, Scarlett Johansson said something where she discusses the history of her character, Black Widow. And she says that Black Widow started out as a kind of sexy secretary, and Black Widow has developed into almost like one of the leaders of the Avengers. And she then said that this is based on the demand of the fans. So movie fans have demanded that movies include more women. And it's really pernicious, a really terrible thing for a young actress like Scarlett Johansson to say. And that's the truth of it, because it's completely false. It's completely false. And it's almost like a lie. It's almost as if these actresses are lying, especially to the younger people. They're telling young women that it's only in the last 3 or 4 years, movies like Wonder Woman and Captain Marvel, that Hollywood wanted to make female-led movies and fans wanted to see them, as if this is some sort of dawn of a new revolution in cinematic movies for women. And it's completely false, and it's almost like a victimhood. That's how it comes across to me, is if these women, people like Scarlett Johansson, which is really sad to see, and also Brie Larson, they're trying to portray themselves as victims. They're the victim. And they're trying to say that Hollywood didn't want to make female role models or female heroes before. And I'm going to show you in one image. You know how a picture tells 1,000 words? You're going to see this straight away. And I think you know the sort of image I'm going to show you. Okay, so here's the image. This is from 1986. Now, this is Aliens, the sequel. The original movie came out in 1979. You will not get a female actress like this. Scarlett Johansson will never be able to replicate this sort of imagery. Okay, you will never have an actress playing a role like this again. That's the truth of it. She has a flamethrower, she's carrying a young child, she's in amongst these aliens, and she's ready to rip everything to pieces. That is the role of Ripley in Aliens. That is a female role model. And Scarlett Johansson, really frustratingly, in this interview, she's trying to portray that men and Hollywood has only wanted to see this in the last few years. Yet this is 1986. It's around 35 years ago. It's really pernicious for Marvel to be saying these things. That Marvel are trying to say that it's only recently that movie fans have wanted to watch Captain Marvel or wanted to watch Black Widow, and whether it's just a coincidence that that's coming from Marvel, it may not be, or it could be. Well, it is. It's people like Kevin Feige telling people like Scarlett Johansson and Brie Larson to go on the world stage and say, oh, these female characters, these are the dawn of a new era. We're going to see these new female icons in Hollywood history that we've never seen before. Yet, in 1986, you saw images like this. It's so frustrating, and it's really disappointing to see someone as talented and as intelligent as Scarlett Johansson lying to people. And I've just watched the Hot Ones video clip or video interview with Scarlett Johansson, and she's a really, really great person, really great personality, really down to earth, and yet she goes on the world stage and tries to put on this victimhood. And what she's trying to say is that the movie audience didn't want to see Black Widow movies. And she's trying to blame me and you. She's trying to blame you for not wanting to see a Black Widow movie, maybe 5 years ago. Yet this shows they could have made Black Widow movie in 1987 and fans would have lapped it up. They would have loved it. But they're trying to say that it's only now that people want to see these movies. And people like Scarlett Johansson, I can understand Brie Larson, because Brie Larson is just a horrible, nasty piece of work. She's in her own world. I don't know what she's on about, and I don't think she knows. But Scarlett Johansson is a very intelligent woman. And for her to completely ignore what these movies, nearly 35 years ago, and also Princess Leia, going back even further, did for women in movies, and just to ignore them as if they didn't take place, it's just offensive. It's offensive to people like Sigourney Weaver, and also James Cameron. James Cameron has created a number of female-led movies that are great female characters. That's his speciality. But for Scarlett Johansson to completely ignore this sort of character, and like I said, this will never be replicated. Scarlett Johansson's going to make 100 movies. She'll never make this kind of iconic character. This sort of imagery will never be repeated. Yet it dates back nearly 35 years, 36 years. And I'm just really disappointed in Scarlett Johansson. I'm really annoyed. When I watched this, I felt really enraged that she's trying to blame the audience. We're the audience, she's blaming us. She's trying to say that we don't want to watch Black Widow 5 years ago. We want to watch it now because society has changed. If anything, this is Hollywood. This is people like Kevin Feige not making female-led movies until they decided the time was right, until they can make the most amount of money. People have been wanting to watch these movies, yet people like Kevin Feige and people like Disney, they haven't made them. So Scarlett Johansson is blaming you, the movie audience, when it's actually Hollywood themselves not making these movies. And I just found it I was really annoyed. I won't swear, I was really annoyed when I watched this movie. I thought it was offensive, a complete lie, blaming the wrong people, complete show of victimhood, and for her to really ignore what people like Sigourney Weaver did nearly 35 years ago is just really off. It's unprofessional, and for Scarlett Johansson to try and say that now people want to watch female-led movies is clearly a lie, because a picture tells 1,000 words. And, you know, let me know what you think in the comments below. If you think that it's only now that people want to watch female-led movies, I can prove you wrong. But it's so frustrating. I'm really wound up by this. What do you think? Do you think that Marvel are trying to portray themselves as the victims and trying to legitimise why it took them 10 years to make a female-led movie? And they've only made one, and it looks like it could be another 2 years until Black Widow comes out. So they're not really pushing out these female-led movies like they have done male-led movies. And that's what they're trying to do. It could be that Marvel are trying to make excuses for themselves. They're trying to say, oh, it's only now that society has started to want to watch these female movies, yet you had this iconic character that you'll never see again. You'll never see imagery like this again. Okay, Black Widow will never come across like this. It'll be Black Widow fighting against people. It'll never be her with a flamethrower carrying a young child in amongst a group of aliens, face-hugging aliens. So Black Widow will never match this sort of female-led hero. So I'm really pissed. I'm really annoyed by it. I'm just really disappointed with Scarlett Johansson. But again, let me know what you think in the comments below. But I just think it's disgusting. It's a complete lie. It's victimhood. It's playing the victim card constantly and lying and trying to say that it's only now that people want to watch female movies. It's completely false. I'm really wound up. But let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe. But I hate being lied to, and that's what Scarlett Johansson's doing. She's trying to lie to people and saying that it's only in the last 3 or 4 years that people are wanting to watch female-led movies, when that's clearly false. So I'm really disappointed in Scarlett Johansson on this point. But again, she's a great actress, very intelligent woman. But on this point, she's completely false, completely lying to people. I'm really annoyed by it. Again, let me know if you think in the comments below.